Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing okay. Just let me fix my hair really quickly. I feel like I look crazy because I didn't do like my skin routine this morning. So I feel like my face looks dry. But I hope everyone is doing good today. You know, staying blessed, staying happy, healthy. Make sure we're posting our questions in the chat. There we go. That's good. It's like, even though it's not really done, but it's okay. I've had a long couple of days, so. Okay. Who is up? Who is ready for a reading? We have one person in here. I wonder who that is. But yeah, when you guys are ready, make sure you post. It's really like, I really would want to talk about like what's been going on. I kind of don't want to. Okay. I kind of don't want to. It's because I just don't want to talk about anything sad. I feel like I'm going through one of the saddest things that I think any person, one of the saddest things I think people you can go through during your adult life. So it's kind of like, you know, it's just a surreal feeling, but I'm happy to distract myself here and come on live and pour more into my community. And I thank everyone for being here. And if you have a question, feel free to post. Hey, Ethereal Moonlight. I'm doing good. How are you? And guys, make sure you're commenting. Yeah, happy Friday. And you're liking the video. And if you have your question, you can feel free to post it down below. We have 4 likes and there's 3 people in here. Okay, because I know like what's it called is messed up, like my viewer count. Hi Lakia. I could be better. I'm trying not to be, you know, so sad, but I could be better. I'm happy to see you too, Moonlight. Thank you so much for being here and being a moderator. But yeah, you know, just taking it one day at a time right now. Getting through a lot, but make sure you're posting your questions so I can answer them. We already see our first question. Oh, the Gothic Empress. You took off your question. I don't know if you could hear me. Peace and blessings to you too. There's a fly in here who's been driving me nuts. Like all day today. Hi, Paul. So thank you, but I am in a relationship, so there's that. I'm just kidding. I'm not in a relationship, but I am in a relationship now that you've asked. Okay, question. How does Samuel feel about our connection? The Gothic Princess. But yeah, we don't. Thank you, Ethereal. We try not to. We keep it PG on this channel. Thank you. Be respectful. Keep it PG here. Thank you, Paul. Ooh, spooky. Y'all, wait. Before I go into this live, before we answer any questions, I'm going to answer all the questions. But look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. I got a Ouija board. Tell me I'm crazy without telling I'm crazy. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to play this. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah. Okay. Right. So happy to get it. I can't wait to use it. But like they say, you're not supposed to use it by yourself, but here I am. But let's see. Okay. We're going back to the Gothic Empress. I just wanted to show you guys that. How does Samuel feel about your connection? How does Samuel feel about the connection between them? How does Samuel feel about the Gothic Empress spirit? How does Samuel feel? You have the 8 of Swords. Are you guys in a relationship? The Gothic Empress? How does Samuel feel? So I've been doing a lot of research on how to use it. by myself without like bringing in anything crazy or just doing anything like that. So, but he's a love interest. Okay. So you guys aren't dating or anything. But yeah, I kind of just want to talk to one of my deities or my guides. So I'm excited to see what it brings me. Let me know, Gothic. But basically, I mean, how he feels about you. And I mean, if you're asking like how he feels about you romantically, I don't think he really like looks at you in that kind of way. Like, and I just think it's like because of him. I just don't think he's in that place to be romantic with someone or in love with someone or be with someone. With the Page of Water, I feel like he is somebody that does like is very charming, very nice. Maybe like the things he says may be a little bit it may be a little bit, you know, it may be like, oh my God, he's interested, but I feel like he's a very charismatic person. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll do you right after that. Leandra, thank you for being here. But yeah, I feel like he's a very charismatic person. The Gothic Princess or the Gothic Empress. He might just be really nice and just really nice to talk to. But with the King of Swords, I feel like he's more analytical behind closed doors. I don't think he's like really the King of Cups right now, which came out reverse. So I feel like he is just not really in the place. I think with the Fool here, he's more into like doing things that make him happy right now, just like moving in forward and trying new things. When it comes to you, I feel like if he were to talk to you, I don't think this would be like something that would necessarily go somewhere. Yeah, the Hangman in reverse, the Hangman. I feel like this would be something where he's just like, oh, this is nice, you know. But ultimately, I feel like he would really just treat this as like something that's fun with the sent to and oh, thank you so much, hun. That this is more fun, someone he likes to talk to. But with the Ten of Swords, I think he knows that like that you're probably not the person for him. But the Empress did come out, which makes me happy. So I feel like he is acknowledging that you are someone of high value. I just think that he just knows that you're probably not for him. But with the Knight of Pentacles right here, it's like, you know, I do see him maybe thinking about it, taking time to get to know you more and more. You know, that thought passes by with the Justice card and the Nine of Water in reverse. I kind of feel like he's gonna ultimately feel like yeah, Ace of Fire in reverse and the Ten of Wands, that he doesn't want to move forward into this. So you guys could go like out on a date or something. Like I see you guys maybe like hanging out or going on a date, but I don't feel like it goes past there. And I think it's just because of him. I just don't think he wants a relationship right now. And he might say that to you, like he's just not in the place to have a relationship or be in a relationship, and he kind of is just like dating just to, you know, for fun, just to see where things go. But I don't think it's anything serious, unfortunately. But the Gothic Empress, I hope that helped. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you commenting, donating, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. We are still trying to get to 1,000. So y'all help me out here. We're getting to 1,000 subscribers by the end of November. We are at November 14th. We are halfway there. And we should be halfway through the subscribers, but we are not. Unfortunately, that's my fault though. Not y'all's, but I do need y'all to subscribe. That makes sense. He may just got out of a relationship. No problem, hun. I'm glad you're here. Leandra, where'd you donate, hun? Oh, Cash App. Gotcha. Feel free to post your question. Hi, my twin. We are doing donation right now, and then once we're done donation, we're going to go on to the free questions. Make sure you're posting your questions so I can scroll down the chat and do your free question. If I call someone else's name and you were before them and I did not see you or I said something, sometimes I'll forget. So you just let me know. If you're supposed to be before someone else, I will double check and make sure, because there's so many people who comment. I'm just going up and down. Like, I've had several people who I forgot that I said, I'm going to do a reading for you the next time, and then I'll skip them by accident. And like, it's really nothing personal. I just completely forget, especially when I'm in and out of readings. But yes, why hasn't Joshua opened my message from 2 weekends ago? Oh my God, Joshua, are you guys talking, Leandra? Why hasn't Joshua opened their message from 2 weeks ago, Spirit? From 2 weeks ago, Spirit. 9 of Swords, anxiety. You and Josh are long distance, right? We're not what? I'm sorry, I forgot what I asked. You guys aren't together? Or you guys are not talking? Or not talking like that? It's damn fly. Yeah, you guys are long distance, but you were talking flirtier. That's kind of, I mean, it might not be someone else. I'm not getting that there is someone else. I feel like they feel anxiety about moving this forward with the Chariot in reverse and the 9 of Cups in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and 7 of, so they're looking at other options. Like I said, it's not necessarily someone else or something else. I just feel like they're doing other things. Like, they're keeping their option open, they're keeping their schedule open. They're not like really too concerned about this, but I don't like, it's more or less like maybe like this connection gives them anxiety or gives them a little bit like of stress, but I just feel like it's almost like they purposefully put a full stop to this, because with the 7 of Cups, they're just looking at other options or they're doing other things. It's not necessarily, I don't want to say it's personal because it doesn't feel like it's personal. Yeah, but the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, I just feel like maybe right now they don't want to build on anything, and maybe they're just like, we have to create space to make sure she knows that I'm not in that place right now. Yeah, 2 of Swords, to really build anything. 3 of Pentacles. But I see like maybe in the future they are going to work on having communication with you with the 3 of you can't say that, Lakia. I can't say that because not all men are the same. And I'm learning that. But you have the 3 of Pentacles and the Ace of Air. So I do see him wanting to work and talk to you in the future. I don't see you open to it with the Empress in reverse. But I do see them like knowing that you're probably, hi Dorella, that you're probably not going to be open to it. So they're going to try anyway. But I feel like that's going to be in the future, because right now they're like, oh, I don't know if I should move forward. Let me get some tea. But when I say, you know, that sometimes it's not, yeah, of course, Jada, you can just post your question. Sometimes it's not like they're just not into you or whatnot, because I was in the situation where the person I loved me. They love me. The person I'm with, yeah, you know, like I said, it's sometimes it's like that completely. I know. But also sometimes we have to understand that like men are people too. And they go through traumas, they go through ups and downs, and just like how we're able to say like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for a relationship. I just want to focus on me. And we don't talk to anybody. It is extremely possible for the same thing to happen to a man, where they're like, I'm not, you know, talking to anyone. I can legitimately just want to focus on themselves. And that's kind of like, fortunately enough, what happened in my end. And that's kind of what I'm seeing happening here. Like, I don't really see, Leandra, this person really going to a different connection. It doesn't feel like they're talking to anyone. Hey Diamond. Yeah, doesn't everyone's here today? Hey Ethereal. Everybody, all my moderators are here. I think we're missing one more. But yes, I don't really miss. Yeah, I really don't see this person hanging out in a different connection. I feel like they're more working for themselves and just slowing this down because they are getting anxious with the 9 of Swords. Do I feel like this person could be talking, I mean, to other people? I mean, that could be a possibility, but I don't really get like conversations with other people. At first, I thought that's probably why maybe they're entertaining someone, but it's more or less like they're kind of just focusing on themselves. Yeah, control issues. So they're just trying to control this with control issues, the present in the relationship. So I feel like they're trying to control this relationship by not talking to you as much. It's like, I can, you know, we can talk about it, but like we can flirt and whatnot, but if I keep her at arm's distance, then she's not going to think too much, and we're not going to have to go here and there and there, and then I could still live my life the way I want to. And then you have past life. There's so many people who are commenting right now. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I might have to slow down the comments, but just so I can make sure I have everybody's questions. I didn't write a list or anything because we usually have like 7 people in here, but I appreciate everybody. Yeah, he's trying to gain control over the situation. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. And you have past life echoes, so you do have, I'll let you know in a minute, Sunshine. But you do have some connections or feeling that makes a past life. So I feel like you guys are connected to the past life. Like, I feel like you do have that connection going on. Where you feel like, okay, like this is interesting. And that honestly could be the reason why he's pushing this away a little bit, because he feels like this is a heightened connection. This is very like important. This is very, I've done the same with him, can't get mad. Yeah, this is very important. This is like, you know, it just feels like there's a lot, and then they say some stuff out. But I don't feel like, you know, this comes from a malicious. Look, you have complicated. It's complicated, more complex than it seems. Then you have unspoken tension will lurk beneath the surface. So this is my anxiety that I feel here. And then you have release expectations. So Spirit's saying to release expectations of this relationship, as well as for him. I feel like he's trying to release expectations on what it really looks like, because it's like you can't really make the relationship if Leandra is not also pushing towards it either. Like, it's like I can't expect her to do things, you know, I can't assume that she's going to do things if we're not even there yet. So he's getting release expectations there, let life go, and then anything else, doubt surface. So yeah, someone's doubtful about this. So I would say, like, they probably have, I have bad influence on the bottom of the deck, so they probably have someone in their corner who's just like, you know, like, she probably got other guys, she's so pretty, blah blah blah. So that, it feels like that's what's going on. They're kind of just moving along that kind of energy of like, you know, like she's playing the game, so I might as well play the game too. Like, there's just no way it could be just me. So I have, look, play, as soon as I say playfulness, as soon as I say playing the game, playfulness comes out. So it's just like, be playful with this person. Finances and career could be affecting this relationship. Anything else, Spirit? You have codependency and worth waiting for. So this person could be really afraid of being codependent on this relationship, but I do see this is worth waiting for. So, I mean, I would just take your time, keep getting to know each other, and let it evolve, you know? Thank you so much for donating. Please ask your next question, Leandra, and then we're going back to the free list. Sunshine, I wish I could give you good news, but we're at the part where we don't know what's going on. So, unfortunately, I'm not really in the best place when it comes to that. So I don't really want to talk too much about it, because it will make me cry and just upset. But what I will tell you guys is that, like, he has good doctors who are looking over him, and that, you know, there's a lot of people with him right now. And so that's why I'm able to come on and do this, because he has other people watching him full time right now. So I'm lucky, I'm grateful that, you know, he does have a support system, and it's not only like us and our immediate family. But yes, we're moving forward. Leandra, your second question. And guys, make sure you're commenting your questions. If you want your question to be answered ASAP, feel free to donate. All the information you need to donate is in the description box. And I'm pretty sure you can hit that thing up there and go to the description box and find me. That's where you're going to find my information. All right. Do you see a date for me and Joshua in the future? Do I see a date for Leandra and Joshua in the future? I think it's still like unclear. See, that's what I was about to say, Ace of Swords. So, I mean, it's really unclear right now. I feel like with the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse, I feel like that's a strong, like, no. But then you have the Ace of Air, which kind of switches things up. You might not have a date, but you might have, like, some communication of this date. Like, you know, in the near future of, like, hey, like, you know, you're coming back. But honestly, this is not the time you want him to, like, really try to do things because of the Mercury retrograde. So I'm not surprised that it's been a couple weeks since he talked to you, because Mercury is definitely full in retrograde. And so like communication is going to be off. You have the Four of Swords. So I feel like this person's really going to be taking time to think about themselves and think about like just that. But I do see with the Justice in reverse, they know that they can't just do whatever here. They know that that's not like, they just already understand with the Four of Swords and the Justice right under it. Like they understand that they can't move wherever they want to move. But I don't see them moving forward on making a date right now. Not right at this time. I think there just needs be some more things happening before they're like, okay, let me set a date. I think they just need more confidence in this relationship. I think that's what's really important. I don't think they feel very confident that you like them or it's only them, you know what I mean? I think, you know, like I was saying, like, you know, that happened to me where I consistently put my person in a box, and I'm like, you know, all men act like this, all men do this, if they do that, blah 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 blah. And then I realized, like, you know what, like he's a person too. He's probably nervous, probably going through it, and you know, as long as I'm not getting hits that he's talking to other women. But honestly, they could, because we're not, you know, we're not officially together. But if I'm not getting those hits and he's still prioritizing me, we're still showing up, we're still taking accountability, we're still doing things, I don't see a reason why that's, you know, continuing isn't a problem. I don't believe in anyone who tells you like in 3 months you guys should be in a relationship and then by the end of the year you should get married. Yeah, a guy knows in 3 months if he wants to marry you and that he wants to be married, but it doesn't make sense to get married in like, or be engaged in a year. It doesn't make sense. Like, it does not make sense. You need to get to know the person, and you have to get to know them through their seasons, and everybody has a season. And I feel like this is what you're learning is one of his seasons. Thank you so much, Hans. Thank you so much, Sunshine. And that's what I'm getting. So you have partial truths and ulterior motives. So with this, so he might have some ulterior motives when it comes to going out on a date with you. I kind of saw that, but I feel like it's gonna be hard for him to get this out, like that he wants to do that, because I just don't see him opening up so quickly to that idea. I feel like once it gets into that place, he's just like, I don't know. But I do see you guys, you got joint evolution. That's so cute. So it's time for us to go on a date. Yeah, no, 100%. I see you and others are growing together, supporting each other. Ulterior motives, I was saying, I feel like it's more like if he does come see you, he doesn't want it to be for sex. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like, especially with the Hierophant in reverse and the ulterior motives, I feel like if he did plan to like go on a date with you, it would only, at least at this point right now, it would only be for one thing. And that's where Spirit's just like, someone may be getting close to you with hidden motives. And that's where I'm like, you know, I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse, it's almost like, to me, I'm getting that he wants it not to only be like that. And it's like, if he does take you on a date, he doesn't want it to come from lust or, you know, just from that space. It'd be from wanting to just, you know, go on a date with you. You can't, I don't feel like you're that kind of person either. But look, control issues came out again. This person's really controlling. And past life echoes. Oh my God. So yeah, I feel like the more positive you guys are to each other, the more open the safe space will be, so he can communicate his feelings with you and just like tell you how he feels. But I think like it's going to be more evolution of like, you know, I'm not just stalling, I'm not doing anything, like, you know, I'm really just trying to figure myself out, figure you out, and then figure out the situation. How do I incorporate, like a real man is going to take the time to incorporate you into his life. And I feel like that's kind of what he's doing moving forward. He's trying to like see, okay, if I do move this way, will I actually be able to, you know? Okay, Leandra, thank you so much for what's it called? Oh, we'll just pull out one more. I'll pull out a, what's it called, card. Anything for this relationship. Oh, okay. We just wanted to throw the cards out. So take a break. So take a break from this. Don't be too centered onto it. So they're saying life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So try to be working, thinking about other things, doing other things in the meantime, and just like, you know, take this and put it on the back burner. And then you have sisterhood of the rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So I feel like you are growing as a divine feminine, and you're understanding more of how to be and sit in your divine feminine energy. Yeah, how to sit in your divine. Lakia, we are here to uplift and not, you know, move down. So even if you feel like she is being breadcrumbed, we just support here, and you know, we wish the best, you know what I mean? That if that's what, you know, if it sounds like he's getting breadcrumbed, it is up to Leandra to say that I feel like I'm getting breadcrumbed here, you know? We can't really just put emotions in other people's mouths, or, you know, how people feel, because then, you know, if that's not how she sees it, not saying that she needs to see it in any different kind of way, but if just not how she sees it per se, we could be altering her things. And not saying that she's going to altering her mindset, but not saying that she's going to take the advice. But I've learned from past situations that as much as like someone may feel like I'm getting breadcrumbed, sometimes that's not what's happening. It may just look like that, like in reality, like, you know what I mean? It may just look like that, but in reality, I haven't said everything. We're not doing, like, you know what I mean? Like, or I did something to this person to do that. Like, there's so much more to the story that we don't know. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. We all want women to be treated right. But also we do, like, Leandra is typing, you know what I mean? We also have to give her grace there. So we can't say that she's breadcrumbing because we don't know. You know, we just know what we're being told here, and there could be a full elaborate story that she can't type out because, you know, we're on live. But yes, we're going right all the way back up top to the comments. But thank you so much, Leandra, for donating. I hope you're having a good day. I appreciate you so much for being here. And who is next? Ethereal Moonlight, are you still here? Miss Ethereal. Of course. Ethereal Moonlight, are you still here? I hope she's still here. They got busy for a minute there. But if Ethereal's not here, move on to the next person. We have Ethereal. Lakia, how my neighbor G that was stalking Phil about me put up boundaries since I called the authorities on me. I'm wondering if he's going to stop harassing me. Okay. Okay, Ethereal's not here, so we're going to move forward. Hold on. How my neighbor G that was stalking me feel about me putting the police in? How does G feel about the boundaries? How does G feel about the boundaries that we put up? So you guys, I'm going down the chat. If you see your name, like, I'm literally just scrolling down and picking the next question, whoever's there. If you donate, we stop the free list and then we go to the donation, then we go back to the chat. So if you've commented, look at where you are, look at the people around you. But I'm right now in Lakia, so we're really at the top. I'm not gonna lie to you, we're at the very top. But how does G feel after the boundaries place? I feel like he understands, like he feels, yeah, I feel like he understands. He feels like it's, you know, he understands why things have to happen the way it does. He kind of feels like, you know, this is a little stagnant though, and he wishes maybe that you guys could have more conversation. But the moon, I feel like he understands, but there's a part of him who like still feels that he does want to come and communicate with you. I feel like he feels very just open to you, and he feels like the magician. Yeah, I don't know, this man really like really enjoys your company. So I mean, is there any intention? So I get that a no. I don't get any malice towards you. I just think he understands. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this man just understands like why you feel the way you do. He's not really hurt by it. Six of Pentacles. He's just like, you know, if anything, he's determined to make you see that he's not here to be a bad person to you, I feel like. But he understands the boundaries. I feel like he's okay with the boundaries. With the Tower in reverse, I feel like he's not going to yeah, no, I don't think you do. But I don't think he's gonna cross any boundaries here. I think he really understands what's kind of going on, and I think he's just really like, you know, I hope, you know, in the future we could come to an understanding. I feel like, I don't know why I heard like a gift or a he gives me predatory vibes. Yeah. I mean, trust your instinct here. I feel like they're not as courageous to like move too forward onto you, but I do feel like they're like probably gonna leave you a gift or leave you some flowers or give you a card to let you know like they mean no harm. They're not here to do that. Yeah, two of wands. They would just like to move forward on the relationship. Yeah, and I feel like they're trying to see this from a different place, but I think their biggest thing is that they would just like to communicate with you and clear some things up. But I don't see them like, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. Remember, this is just a reading, Lakia. You're asking me what he, you know, how he feels about this, and I'm telling you kind of what he's doing. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to here. This is just how he is feeling, you know? But I do see him I think it's more of like a friendship. I don't really think it's a relationship, but any ship together is a relationship, is a type of relationship. So anything when it involves two people, but I do see them just wanting to put down like the fear here and end something. Like there's a lot of endings that your neighbor wants to, and they want, you know, the Wheel of Fortune. They just want, he we're in a connection. Yeah, I don't think he feels that way. I didn't get the Lover's card. I got the Two of Cups and that came out in reverse. So I don't really feel like he thinks that you are someone he wants to be with. I do have the Four of Wands here, but when I see that in the sense of what we're talking about, I feel like it's more boundaries. Like I think they're respecting these boundaries that you've pulled up. And I do think they just would like, this fucking fly. I think they would just like to communicate with you and just talk to you and get to know you more as a person. But if that's not what you want to do, they understand. So I get like control issues. I feel like this might be their issue. They might just feel like, oh, you know, I can make it better. I can make it better. And it's not making it better. So I don't know if they have like daughters. Yeah, they might be pretending to be fine. Like they're fine with this. But really, they're not. They kind of feel like this is not okay with the mixed signals. Like they're just like, oh, you know, I wish like, you know, we could be okay and whatnot. I don't want, you know, I don't want any bad animosity. I feel like this person's just really worried. I think they're like, I was about to say, I feel like they might have daughters, like, and they just like women. Like, I don't think it's more, it's like that. But I feel like with the silent resentment, yeah, with the silent resentment, I feel like they feel like you're, you know, you might be thinking differently about how they feel about you. So, or even they might notice that you don't really like them at all. So, I'm not kicking with their friend with him. He just asked me if I want to go out on a date while he's in a relationship. You know, like I said, you don't have to do any of that stuff at all. But this is just what I'm getting for this. Let me get you some advice. Yeah, counsel of life. So I feel like you have the divine orchestration. So you have people who are around you who are helping you through this situation. So I wouldn't really worry too much. I think that, yeah, I think that this person just really just kind of like likes you. They just think you're a nice person and they would like to get to know you. But you know, it's creepy. So Yeah. But like I said, you don't have to get to know them. Like I said, you asked me how they feel about you, and how they feel about the situation. So that's how they're feeling right now. But yeah, I hope that helps, Lakia. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. And make sure you like the live. We're moving forward. Who is next? Ethereal Moonlight was next, but she's not here. We had Lakia. Then after that, who is next? Melissa, are you still here? It's Melissa. Then my twin flame. And then I think it's Dorella. Melissa, my twin flame, and then Dorella. No problem, hun. Melissa, my twin flame, or Dorella, are you here right now? Dorella's here. I was like, I'm here. Okay. We'll see if Melissa's still here, because she is the next person, but my twin flame is here and Dorella. So my twin flame, you can post your question again if you could, please. And then Dorella, please wait on standby. Thank you so much, Diamond. General question for you. You just want to know what's going on, what you need to know. Every time they leave here at 6, like, they turn off the music, and it's so creepy. Like, I just feel like you should keep the music on all day. Like, why are you turning it off? No problem, hun. General question. What do I see coming for... Oop, you know what? Let me actually use these cards. So many different kinds of cards. What do I see coming towards my twin flame? What do I see coming towards my twin flame? What's coming towards my twin flame, Spirit? My twin flame. So I feel like I don't know if there's been something you've wanted to do, or something you've been trying to do. Maybe this could be like a business. Yeah, maybe this could be a business of some sort that you're trying to do, or you're trying to get into an entrepreneurship. Let me know if this makes sense. Or being in a different kind of entrepreneurship, or working for something a little more, or trying to become something more. Doesn't necessarily have to be entrepreneurial, but this could be a higher value position. Okay, yeah. So I feel like your like spirit's just like definitely this is something that you need to do. But when it comes to moving forward on this and doing this, like spirit's just like you need to take more risks. With the risk card, you got to take more risks. Why is that? Does that mean, okay. I was like, does that mean their question is loading? So it's just like, you got to take more risks here, and be more adaptable to change. So I feel like you may be in the place of like, oh, like I'm only getting three views on my videos, or I'm not getting as many likes. I'm not getting, no, you're fine, hun. I was like, what is that? What's going on? Why is it loading? But Spirit's saying, keep your vision, keep moving forward on this, because I do see it becoming more abundant. I feel like when it comes to this, there's a lot of secrets that you might be wanting to share. Like, I don't know if that's something on your channel you want to start like telling stories, or talking more about like just things that are more involved with you. But I feel like the more like you approach this from just like a fun energy, so like the flirty energy, kind of like sometimes when I come on here, I try to come and be as bubbly as possible or open and just kind of come in through my optimism, and that gives you more power here. You just being in that energy of like everything is gonna work out, I'm the best, like this next video is it, even if it's not it, is going to bring you more power to that. And that's why, like with the secrets card being here, when talking more about this, I feel like the more you introduce it, right? Thank you. Oh, you read cards? Okay, so the more you introduce, I love that for you. The more you keep moving forward on this, and the more consistent, the more you're open to it, you're just acting as yourself. I feel like the more you're going to be, you're going to grow here. So keeping the vision, being more adaptable to the ebbs and flows, of course, being more adaptable to the ebb and flow of going through of this, you know, of this process. Even me, like I have been on YouTube for the past 10 years, like 10, 11 years. And this is like my first time I'm really consistent on here, and I'm really trying to be consistent and trying to keep going. And so like Spirit's just like, you know, it's adapting, it's changing, it's understanding, but it's always about holding your vision close to your heart and never letting it go. So Spirit's like, you know, you'll get there, but it's gonna take some time for you to really like sit within yourself and trying not to get so defensive about the things that are happening here. Because I'm like, you know, when it doesn't show up the way it does show up, I feel like you just want to quit and you're like, this is a waste of my time. I should do something else. Like you have overthinking. So you have thoughts and emotions are tangled up and leading to overthinking. And you have jealousy issues. So when I see this, I can feel like this is more, you might be comparing yourself to other readers, or like wondering like, why do they get like, you know, 100,000 views on a video that's really boring? Because there's a lot of readers who don't. After this, I'm gonna tell you tea about a reader. I'm not gonna say their name because this is not what we do, but I will tell you this is a popular reader on here who does not know what they're doing. There's 2 readers who are like that, but you have to protect your heart here. So making protection over your heart, over what you like guard your emotions, but try not to guard it so much where you don't do what you need to do for yourself. Like, because I feel like you're protecting your heart so much that you're just like, you're almost psyching yourself out of doing this and moving forward in it. And Spirit's just like, you know, like if you overdo that, you're never gonna move forward. And that's where risk comes in, because like this is a risk, but it's gonna change a lot. Look, it's all coming together. The Great Gathering, intuitive hits, soul tribe. So I feel like you are coming into your soul tribe. I love this card. It's so beautiful. You're all coming into their people, like people who are supposed to be here to help you through this journey. So know that like you have a backup from your spiritual guides. You just have to know that like this is your path. But I say that to say like there are a lot of readers out here on YouTube who don't know what they're doing. They're not real. They're not. And I will say there is one person who has, I think she has like maybe over 500,000 followers. She does pick a cards on YouTube. She's not Jaleesa. I'm gonna tell that right now. She's not Jaleesa's messages, or like the high priestess tarot. Nothing like that. But she does pick her cards, and well, I hope that helped my twin flame. Let me know. And then we're moving to Dorella, and then we're gonna go back to the free list. But yeah, no, she's on here, and I got a reading by her, mind you. She has hundreds and hundreds of people in this live, people donating, all this stuff. I asked her, when do you think, like the timing, like she was like, will this person reach out to me anytime soon? She picked up, like, I wish I had I have angel answer cards. So I these are like the spiritual messages about the, what's it called? But I bet I know who you're talking about. I can't remember what a crazy one. Yeah. So like this person, I have angel answer cards, and basically it just says yes or no or whatnot. I asked her, I was like, hey, will this person reach out to me anytime soon? Right? She uses the angel answer cards, which tells you in about a day, yes, no, maybe, think something else. Yeah, she is. Wait, is she a Virgo? I don't know. I just don't want to say the name because I don't want to send like unnecessary hate to the person, but at the same time, like you can tell she's lying. She doesn't know what she's doing. I think she is a Virgo though. But I ask her this question, and literally before she even gets the question, I get a call from my person. And I'm like, oh my God, like, and then I get a call, and then as soon as I get off the call, I was like, hey, I'll call you right back in 2 seconds. She answers my question, and it's wrong, completely wrong. But not only is it wrong, it was like, so it's like if I picked out a card from this, I was like, okay, what does my twin flame need to know? And then I picked this card out, and I was just like, make the effort. You got to make the effort in this relationship. And I was done. That's kind of how she was reading. So the fact that she was wrong was not surprising. I was just like, okay, that makes sense. So it was kind of like, I was like, is this a real reader? Like, is she real? Because if she did this with me, and I'm just like a random question, I was like, are you doing this with everybody? It was just very like, let me tell you, if someone doesn't shuffle their cards and they're just picking out and saying yes, no, that's a fake reader. If someone has them spread out and they have not said your question or anything, and they're just like, yes, no, yeah, that's a fake reader. That's not a real reader. I'm sorry. You have to put the intention. Your hands, they are spots for energy. You have energy in your hands. So if I'm using the energy in my hands and shuffling that energy through the cards, that means that I'm putting my intention through the cards. If I'm just randomly picking these every time, I'm not putting my intention through the cards that way. I just put the intention of show me what I need, and then I'm like, oh, this one looks nice, here you go. Whereas like you won't, I mean, not saying it won't be right, but you're not, yeah, she flipped on you for nothing. Yeah, no, you're not gonna be in the right place. But yeah, no, there's a lot of fake tarot readers on here, just know that. And sometimes it's the popular ones that are fake. They're like, it would be the most popular ones that don't know what they're doing. And you're like, I thought you were popular for a reason. But Dorella, did you post your question? Dorella, are you still here? If Dorella's not here, we're gonna move forward. Let's see. Will TL be reaching out to me before Christmas? Who will my next future husband be by Diamond? Oh, there we go. There we go. I see you. I see you, Sunshine. I'm just going down the chat, hon. Thank you so much for liking. There's another person on here who I have no problem with saying. Her name is like Jamaican something. She steals your money. So if you ever see this lady, she's a Jamaican lady. She will steal your money. See if I can go and I can find her really quick, because I actually posted about her on a different account that I have. Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. That lady will steal your money. Like, do not give your money to that lady. She will steal your money. Like, I've seen it happen. Like, she will steal your money. Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. She's maybe good at her job. I'm not sure. But she will steal your money. Like, I'm not saying she doesn't know what she's doing, but she will steal your money. All right. Is TL Cancer in a relationship or leaving a relationship? Is TL in a relationship, Spirit? Yeah, they're in a relationship. They're in a relationship currently. I feel like they're in a happy relationship, honestly. Yeah, Two of Wands. I feel like they're in a relationship that they're trying to move forward in this relationship. Ten of Swords, but there's like a lot of anxiety. There's like a lot of things. So they could be in the middle. Like, yeah, no, Jennifer. Like I said, I'm not saying that she's not a good reader. She's a good reader, but she also steals your money. Like, I've had clients who come from me who have given her money, but it's not enough money. And so they asked for a refund because they didn't know how much. And then she's like, no, I'm not going to give you a refund. Because you have to, like, I don't offer refunds. It wasn't on their stuff. It wasn't anywhere like that. And she never gave them a refund. She was like, well, I'll have your credit. I'm like, no, like, if it's not anywhere written on there, you should just give them, you know, what they need. No problem. Give them what they're doing. On top of, like, I don't think tarot readers who who kind of do that aren't okay. Like, I don't give refunds, but I give refunds. Like, if you're sitting here, we're going back and forth about, I'm gonna give you a refund. I don't care. But that lady, there's something wrong with her. Like, don't, like I said, you can get a reading from her. She's cool, whatever. She knows she knows how to give a reading, but she's giving a reading to you so you can pay more money. That's just what it is. It's like, I'll give you this information, this little bit of information, but if you pay more money, I'm going to give you even more. So, but it's like, that's just, it's an even no. But yeah, no, with the Ten of Swords, it seems like they're on the fence, hun. It seems like these people, like, they're on the fence of being in a relationship a little bit with the Two of Fire and the Ten of Swords. So they might be, I feel like they're in a relationship and they're moving forward in it, but at the same time, they could be moving away. Like, I don't know if, like, this person and their person may have gotten a fight, which may have resulted in things just feeling like things aren't moving forward, or they don't know, like, how things are moving forward. But the Ace of Wands here, I feel like they want to be in this relationship with whoever person they are. The Wheel of Fortune, they think that this is good. And the Eight of Swords, it's kind of delusion, though. Yeah, with the Lovers in reverse. I feel like whoever they're in a relationship with right now, it's delusion. They're in, like, it's like they want this continue. They really want this to push forward, but it's really not. So if they told you that they're not in a relationship, they're telling the truth, but I also think that they have someone in the background where they're still trying to get to be with them full time, that they might not be telling you about, just because of how I'm seeing this come out, because I have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords here. So this could just be like a situation where they're trying to figure out, like, how do I get this person back? Four of Wands in reverse. How do I turn the situation into a better situation? How do I move forward with this person, with this person who I want to, instead of being single, you know? Let's get the T on this. So drifting apart. So yeah, they are drifting apart from someone. But what is this? Bridging differences. I feel like, yeah, they're trying to make this come together. They're trying to make this come together. Hidden truth. The facts haven't been fully revealed here. So I feel like you're going to find out about this, but I don't think they're in something. I think they're still trying to work to bring something together. So if they told you that they're not into something, no, I feel like that if he's with somebody right now, that he's trying to be with them, but he might be telling people that he's single. Like, he's trying to work on things and do stuff with them and be with them. But he might be telling people that he's not in a relationship. Or if he is in a relationship, he might be saying that, like, you know, they're together, but it's hard and whatnot, because I see that they're both kind of like, it's like teeter-totter. Like, it's like when you almost break up with your boyfriend, but you guys are still trying to figure it out. Like, should we break up? Like, should we just work on this? Like, what's going on? So to him, he feels like he's in something, but at the same time, he feels like he's not. It's very, does he want the relationship? I feel like, yeah, in the, what's it called? Yeah, he was trying to mend things in the reading. It seemed like he wanted to mend things with this person, and make things better. But yes, I hope that helped, Dorella. We're moving forward. Thank you so much for being here. Diamond, are you still here, Diamond? No problem, Dorella. Diamond, are you still here, my moderator? All my moderators were here, besides one, I think, today. They're all going now. Diamond, you're next. Not here, I'm gonna have to skip you, friend, and go back to the drawing board. But yeah, not all people are, not all psychic readers are scammy. It's just that lady specifically, it's like how you asked me, like, he wants to be with someone else besides that would be a clarifying question. Just like, well, you know, does he want to make the relationship try? He should be like, oh, like, he can want the relationship to go forward, but, you know, if you need that information, I wouldn't say like that. I don't even know how to say it. Like, I don't, because it's very, like, tactic. Like, she's very, like, it's a tactic. that you use. It's almost just like, you know, she'll tell you a little bit like, oh, like, yeah, he's in and out of a relationship. You'll be like, okay, but for more information, you only sent me $10. Now you have to send me $20 more so you can get more in depth. And then she'll do that. And then she'll be like, okay. And then she'll stop at a part and she'll be like, okay, well, you sent me $20. Instead of just diving deep into the message, getting the answer because someone has paid for it. Like, I get that. Like, you want people to pay more money to go in depth, which is fine. But if they're already paying money to go into depth, like, you're asking for now even more money. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if I'm going in depth, like, I'm going in depth. Like, if I told you this is the price for in depth, this is the price for in depth. There's no in depth. Let's see. Who else is next? Jada, are you still here? Jada. Well, who's still here right now, I should say? Who is still here? Because we have Jada, we have Belinda was here. It is so quiet. Jalivio. Okay, I see. Jennifer's body's here. Okay. So Jada, Jalevo, Jennifer's body will be after Jada. Belinda will be after Jennifer's body if they're still here. And then Sunshine will be after Belinda if she's actually here. And then, yeah. Taylor Marie. Okay. I see. Hey guys. Hey, what's going on? So we have Jada, Jennifer, then Sunshine. I have to look up Taylor Osims to I'm trying. Alexis and Deshay. I got y'all. I see you. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Alexis. But we're going to start off with Miss Jada's life. What are Robert's current feelings towards me after the conversation we had this morning? What are Robert's current feelings towards Jada's after the conversation we had this morning? What are Robert's feelings towards Jada after the conversation we had this morning? I feel like they feel like all things are a go. I think they would like to hold on to you. I think that's very important to them, but I feel like ultimately they would like to take a risk with you. Are you guys talking? No problem. Or did you guys talk about, like, I guess moving the relationship forward or coming back together in a type of way? Because for him, he's ready to move forward with it. He's ready to really move forward very quickly. And with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like he's really holding on to this. He's saying, it feels like this is, we are no contact. I say, oh, wow. So yeah, he's whatever you said to him, he feels like he's about to move forward towards you. I think he's still trying to figure out how with the Two of Wands, but I feel like it made him feel like, you know, he's going to message you back with the Eight of Wands. Like, this is like he wants to hold on to this connection with you, and he's ready to move forward into that with the Star here. Yeah, I told him about himself. That's why I'm like, this is weird. Like, this, I mean, it's not weird. It's just like almost like, yeah, no, I'm ready to jump into this with this person. I'm ready to message them back. I feel like that's kind of where they're at. It's just like they're really ready to hold on to this. Yeah, I feel like this is the energy I'm getting with the King of Water. I feel like they just feel very like, they feel like maybe they feel like they just met their match. I'm getting like they met their match, the Wheel of Fortune. Like, you're someone who's good for him. Like, you're someone who can really make him see himself. Ace of Earth, yeah. Like, they want to move forward with you. They would like to move forward with you. They would like to understand you, and see what's going on? The Tower. So I do see some ending energy or some collapsing. This could be a rebirth of some new energy. Yeah, I don't play with him. Yeah, I can see that. And they're okay with that. They're happy about that. They like that you don't play with them. They like that you're very much like, this is what I deserve. You're giving me nothing like that. I feel like that gets them like, all right, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I can't just be. I have to do better. Yeah, the Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like they're trying to not be stagnant when it comes to this situation. And they're moving. Like, let me tell you, the amount of fire cards and cups I have here, like, they want to move forward on this. So, like, I feel like expect a conversation, like a really in-depth conversation about this relationship, about how they feel about you. They might just want to move forward more and, like, tell you more. Yeah, ego checks. Interaction are first you need to confront your ego. So I feel like they are getting that ego check. Like, they feel like you definitely check them. Like, rumor has it. And then what else is this? Group dynamic. So I feel like this could be something where they know is going to change their friend group, or people are going to talk about if they do decide to move forward with you. And I think that's kind of where a big concern is. Maybe like they have been not like talking bad, but they have been like talking to other people about this. So it's just like, if once they like come towards you, this was talked about. Basically, this was talked about. But you have quiet contentment. Simple companionship brings you peace and mind and satisfaction. I feel like this person definitely likes how just you approach things, and how like it's not like a rah-rah. It's just like straight to the point. I do feel like with the protective shell that they are keeping their guard up, and they probably know, like, I have been keeping my guard up here, but